everyone, today on this video of Know and Grow, I would like to talk about the African hair and beauty market, especially and more specifically hair market. In the hair extensions category, as I have been working in this category for around 7 years now, what I have experienced is in this category there are two major influencers, drivers, and who basically run this category. That's your consumers, and then there is hairstylists. Hairstylists are one of the most important pillar in this particular category. And when you talk about the hairstylist category in South Africa, to be specific, they had been using Darling from last 20-25 years. Then another brand called Expressions has been there for long as well. There's another brand called Afrotex Prima, and then a recently launched brand which we had launched in last 3 years was Lush Hair. So looking at all these spectrum of brands, which you are seeing, starting from Darling, which is from Godrej, Expressions, which is from the Koreans, Solpia Group. There's Afrotex Prima, which is also a Korean brand. Koreans actually have a lot of expertise and technical expertise in hair extensions and the fiber making. And then it comes Lush Hair, which originated in Nigeria and then was initiated in South Africa as well in 2022. And looking at the current situation, what I can see is we have consumers who is our target audience, which is 16 to 45 years of age, and then there's hairstylists. In this age and era, you will not believe, in this age and era where we are creating social media strategies, we are going social first. There's AI, there's Gen AI, there's Claude, there's ChatGPT, there's Perplexity, there's so many softwares which everybody is talking about, 11 Labs and Sora and this and that. We talk about so many things, and today something such an interesting thing happened. We went for a workshop to do with all the hairstylists from the townships, and the feedback what the team member gave me was most of these hairstylists who came for the workshop do not use social media, or even if they have, they are not very active on social media. So it could be because of different reasons. It could be because of data being so expensive and them prioritizing the platforms where they can spend lesser and maximize the usage, which is one of the key platforms which came out, which we as marketeers do not really prioritize as often as it should be. That came out as WhatsApp. So there are WhatsApp bundles and WhatsApp packs which the South African hairstylists are purchasing, and then they switch it on and off as required. That is what they use when it comes to social media. That is their social media. So imagine how a brand strategy can completely change its angle when it comes to the thought process. Imagine a brand which is there and the teams who are sitting centrally running South Africa from somewhere else, they could probably think in their heads that TikTok would be trending, Pinterest will be trending, let's spend money on this, let's spend money on that. And imagine like thousands of dollars gone, and you have spent that money and still not able to reach the right audience which you would want to for your brand. Just wanted to help all the marketeers who are all out there working in Africa and working on beauty brands, or specifically any other brands which are to do with such categories. I feel you should study the market well, and all the strategies should be tailored to fit the local market and not copy pasted as we did. This is one of the biggest learning I would say I have had, and that is why I'm sharing it, so it can help others as well, and they can take learnings and localize their strategy to win in those particular markets. If you have any other questions for me to ask from those markets and my learnings, you can write in the comment box. But don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video with whoever you think would benefit from this video. Thank you.